All right, first and foremost, we give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High God, Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world and we call Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai. It's your brother, our chief priest, Al-Azhar Ben Lawyer, aka the Guerrilla Hebrew. Bear with us one moment. Make sure we're sharing this and getting this on Facebook. So people can tune into the live. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai. Tawada for tuning in, rocking with us on a late night. You know, Levi like to stay up late. I'm joined by my beloved brother and esteemed partner, priest officer SICARRI, Ben Lawyer. You know, and there's a few things going on. Definitely some hot topics through the spirit I wanted to get through. You know, I was traveling yesterday. Had a long, hectic day of traveling, so you know, did some errands and stuff here this Tuesday. So now it's time to get some work done. You know, did a lot of hard work through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai this weekend, and the work don't stop. The work certainly does not stop. The first thing that we like to address tonight is, you know, it's been brought to my attention that you had many members of Great Millstone that had some very, very unfavorable words to say in regards to my weekend. I had a great weekend, arguably the best weekend of my life. You know, in this captivity, we don't get a lot in this captivity. Yeah. Not like I went on vacation. I was in the, you know what I'm saying, sitting up, feet up on the beach, sipping daiquiris this weekend. I went to camp 4 times this weekend, through the spirit and power and grace of the Most High. You know, some people had some unsavory things, namely members of Great Millstone. And I just like to take this time to address those brothers. And it was predominantly like younger guys in GMS. I'm familiar with and know a lot of brothers in Great Millstone. I come from Great Millstone. And you know, I've heard some of the stuff, and people have passed on messages that, you know, that they've seen on the videos. First things first, for you brothers who have made videos about me and Great Millstone this week, I'm glad that you were able to find a topic to talk about for one of the 3 videos that you are mandated to make by your elder every week. I'm glad that I was useful to you as a topic for you to be able to complete a homework assignment that your elder is consistently getting on you guys about how you guys are continually failing him and not doing it. I'm glad that I gave you that opportunity through the spirit. I'm happy for you. Happy you were able to get something done and actually follow orders and instructions for once in your life. I'm happy. Can you send me that real quick? Matter of fact, the clips.
Yeah.
You know, I try to be as humble as I can. And humility is extremely important in this walk. Every single member of the SICARRI will tell you the first lesson that you'll learn in the SICARRI is humility. Humility is important. What makes me upset is when people want to push me out of being humble, because of how disheartening the comments that they make is sometimes, and how foolish they sound. A lot of you GMS niggas, man, you brothers, Salaki. A lot of you brothers, man, y'all got to get a grip on life. What do I mean by that? Your elder's on your ass, and you busy looking at me. You got a million things to say about me. Meanwhile, your elder is doing a video every other day cursing y'all out and getting on y'all for how weak and not on fire y'all is. He knows we on fire. He what? What's this? You see this? Where this one at? So like this one right here. He did a whole video just watching this because he's seen how on fire we is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And guess what? To the credit of Elder Apostle Tahar, he, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, lit that fire. He passed me the torch. And I'm running with that torch, and I'm keeping that torch lit through the spirit by the grace of the Most High. And he certainly instilled it in me the importance of doing the work, of being on the streets, and of magnifying the gospel. He instilled that in me, and instilled that in other brothers who were in the camp, you know, the founding members of the camp during the time when we was in Great Millstone and transitioning out of Great Millstone into our own thing. But we kept our fire going. And again, that fire was lit by the Spirit of the Most High. But the vessel that lit that fire was certainly the apostles of Great Millstone, beginning with Elder Apostle Tahar on down, as the saying goes. In the first video that I ever did on Nato TV, Black News 102, it's called Guerrilla Hebrew, A Time to Show and Prove. Anybody can look that up, matter of fact. Right here. Guerrilla Hebrew, Time to Show and Prove. It's all over the damn place. I remember this one too. Guerrilla Hebrew, Moses Pharaoh. Various ones, right? But this is this one right here. Boom. Hebrews, I was like, Guerrilla Hebrew, Time to Show and Prove. Watch this. In this video right here, from 4 years ago, the first thing I do is, of course, give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. But I give double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and I name names. I'm talking about naming the name of Tahar, Gabar, Aramla, Rakah, SICARRI, Ayathan, Tazadakba. I'm naming names of the men who taught me and lit that flame up under my ass through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I've never strayed away from that. I'll tell anybody that. So what I'm doing, of course, is by the Spirit of the Most High, but the vessels that the Most High set up to do that for me in particular were these men. I never hide from that. So I find it funny when you little niggas in GMS, you knew, especially you newer cats. It was a couple guys that's been around for a while, namely dude in Mississippi. You know, the one who used to say, "Get you a white girl, she'll buy you a car." Yeah, that brother, he has something to say. But outside of that, that's a lot of new niggas I never even heard of. That back in 2011, when I was first hitting the streets under the GMS banner, you niggas was nowhere to be found. And we've been on fire, blazing the trail through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, going all the way back then. But here's what Tahar got to say about y'all. Who is y'all? You niggas in GMS. You send it to me?
I thought you wanted to, I send you the one.
Oh, no. Send me that one, Salaki. You all good. Let me know when you got it, brother. You know, he has some favorable, unfavorable things to say about y'all. He's upset with y'all. He knows that we on fire through the Spirit. And I pray that, you know, the Most High gives me the spirit of humility and the spirit of always continuing to blaze that fire until the chariots come, because it's important. But a lot of y'all is running out of gas. And I'm glad I gave you a little boost, some of y'all, to do videos this week, because a lot of y'all been slacking and not doing the videos that your elder told you to do, which is disgusting. Right? Let me know when you send it. Is there?
It's going to be right now.
Let me know.
All right, yes.
All right. Watch this. This is what Tahar think about GMS. A lot of guys in GMS.
So like 21 minutes in.
Irritating to be around men that are fucking weak, man.
And I feel them, because I done had to be there. It's irritating. Who is he around? Only GMS. So who is he referring to? The men that he's irritated by, that are weak, Great Millstone members. But here y'all are looking at me. Nigga, look at the man in the mirror.
That's right.
Fear me. Because you're going to get kicked out the camp or get suspended.
What is he? Let's go a little back a little further.
And I'm going to see how many of y'all have done your 3 videos a week. Because if you don't, you better fear. And I'm not talking about the Most High fear. I'm talking about you're gonna have to fear me. Because you're going to get kicked out the camp or get suspended.
You see that? And a lot of y'all ain't doing your 3 videos. A lot of y'all can't follow the simple instruction of your elder to do 3 videos a week. And that's why I said, I'm thankful to the Most High that I was able to be that for y'all. Because a lot of y'all is in trouble and he's scopeoing. If y'all been in GMS, you know he got that scopeo on a lot of you weak niggas who ain't doing what you supposed to be doing. And I gave y'all the inspiration to do what you're supposed to be doing through the spirit of the Most High. So I'm thankful that I was able to be there for y'all in a time where y'all may be getting in trouble in hot water with your elder. Because y'all niggas better be doing them 3 videos a week. Trust me, we do more than 3 videos a week through the great spirit and power of the Most High. Because we on fire about this. I don't know about y'all, but we on fire about this.
It's irritating to be around men that are fucking weak, man.
And it's funny, man. This brother who sit next to me, Hassad, because I had started to watch this video before I left to New York. And I ended up falling asleep. And the brother, when I woke up, he's like, man, you should go back and listen to it. Start around 21 minutes, you know, because you have fallen asleep before this part. But the heart started going in. And when I heard him say it, man, I said, I feel you so much, because there's few things that are more irritating than being around weak niggas.
You fucking weak motherfuckers, man. May Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai destroy every last one of you. You weak niggas, man.
And he's talking about great millstone members. While they're pointing the fingers at everyone else and focused on and got their nose in everyone else's business, your elder is praying death on some of you niggas because of how weak you are. Let that sink in. That's what I want y'all to do. Did Elder Apostle Hard know where I was? Yes, he did, at the Sonnet Awards. Right? Now peep this, because you had men say that I worship Baal because I got a Sonnet Award. You had men say that I'm seeking a carnal reward. I was doing the work of God years before I knew who Sonetta was, let alone who Sonetta TV was, and let alone before a Sonetta TV award existed. And I did it during and I did it after. And never at any point did I do it for a Sonetta award. That's number one. It's ridiculous to even insinuate that Sonetta awards ain't existed but 6 months. That's stupid. Tahar, of course, weighed in and said he wouldn't have gone, which I understand, just like he wouldn't go to a debate. That's him. That's his prerogative, and that's fine. But nobody's wrong for doing so, which is why when he did a live stream on our video, he didn't say that was wrong. He said he understood what was going on. And I tried to make it up to go see him on Dykeman. I would have loved to, but the but was, as I was leaving, here's the thing, because people are insinuating that I do something for a Sonnet Award. Number one, I went into this, and I planned to go to this whole thing knowing that the ISUPK was going to win the Hebrew camp category. We all knew it because it's Sonnet TV, and they're the most predominantly featured Israelite camp on the platform. So myself, as well as Priest Danya Allah, the whole time, and he could verify as a witness as well as others, were anticipating for the ISUPK to win that category, which they did, right? So I stuck around for that category. Then there was a category where I was supposed to present the award for, which was the category that subsequently Divine Prospect ended up winning, which was the Hebrew Scholar category. He was up for the nomination along with the brother Mighty Hebrew and Zion Lex. But I ended up presenting with Minister Inky. I forget the category. I want to say it was Best Author or something like that. But I ended up presenting, yeah, it was Best Author. But I ended up presenting with Minister Inky instead because of time constraints. You know, Sakafeda, Minister Inky. But so yeah, so after that it was like cool. Now I'm getting ready to cut out because I'm trying to get up to see the elders. I'm trying to get up to see Tahar, you know, at least briefly. While I'm in New York, I don't get this opportunity. And I really just took this opportunity to experience the awards and just the weekend in New York and doing the work and meeting with brothers from out of town, different SICARRI camps, and really just having a good experience. I look for an excuse to go to New York every year. Everyone who knows me knows this. And the Sonnet Awards was the perfect excuse through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And then what ended up happening is as we're leaving, Sonetta grabs us and is like, nah, like, stick around. I got like, you're getting an award. I had absolutely no idea. I didn't anticipate getting an award. I surely anticipated UPK to win, which they did. I had no clue. This award was never on the website. No one ever voted for it. But Sonetta decided to call me to the stage and honor me and give me an award that simply just had the shield on it and it said Kwam YASHARAHLA. Right? And give me a brief honor. And that was powerful through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You know, and you know, I appreciated it. I really appreciated it. But I don't do the work for that. You know what I mean? And it's stupid to insinuate for a second that I would. And I understand why now Tahar is so frustrated with y'all. I get it fully. Let's hear a little bit more of the frustration. Hold
on. Fucking weak. It's irritating to be around men that are fucking weak, man. You fucking weak motherfuckers, man. I hate being around weak niggas, man. You gotta go. You don't have to feel more kind will kill you, man.
This is what Tahar is saying about y'all. But y'all focus on me. He's talking about how some of you guys are saying, I'm gonna die. So your leader is saying that you're going to die, some of y'all. You guys have to go.
Motherfucker, Most High gonna kill you. You weak niggas, man. You weak niggas. Most High gonna kill you. It's
That's how your leader feels about you. And you running around talking shit about me. That right there is beyond my understanding, man. And big up to Elder Apostle Tahar.
That's right.
For everything that you've ever done for me, directly and indirectly. Period. That's pops. You know what I'm saying? In a mentor sense, you know what I'm saying? And not directly. It's not like I have ever called Tahar on the phone and talked to him and asked him questions, but he definitely raised me from a pup, so to speak, in the scriptures from 2008. Indirectly. So don't get it twisted. But y'all little niggas, y'all funny. Y'all funny as hell. Y'all don't know the Bible. And I'm getting ready to show y'all. All right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, whom we give all praises to. So let's go here. These guys got a problem with me winning an award from Egyptologists. All right, cool. Let's see if men of God have ever done this before. Because guess what? Spoiler alert, they have. First Maccabees 10 and 59. Go ahead, read out.
God, this book of First Maccabees chapter 10, verse 59. It says, King Alexander,
whom was king of Egypt, right? You read the context of this. This all takes place in Egypt. Read.
Wrote, asking Jonathan.
Jonathan who? Jonathan Maccabeus. Jonathan the Maccabee, high priest and king. Read.
To come to meet him.
He asked him, come to my town. That's what hey, yo, look, it's going down. We having the awards. Guerrilla Hebrew, come to New York. All right, cool, brother. Go ahead.
So Jonathan, in a show of splendor.
In a show of what?
Splendor.
Wait, you're trying to get honor. You're trying to get glory. Hold on. Not that I'm attempting to get it, but let's just take a look at what splendor means. Splendor, magnificent and splendid appearance, grandeur. Magnificent features or qualities. Sumptuousness, grandeur, impressiveness, resemptuousness, opulence, luxury, richness, fineness, lavishness. This is what this man of God did, right? A Maccabee. Go ahead.
Went to Ptolemais and met the two kings.
King of Egypt and king of Syria. Go ahead.
He presented them with gifts of silver and gold. And he also gave many gifts to the high officials who had accompanied them.
So Jonathan brought them gifts. Read.
Everyone was favorably impressed with him.
Everyone was favorably impressed with him. But these guys have a problem with brothers like the Nation of Islam, brothers to Harkabe, etc., and Sarnetta being favorably impressed with me. But this man of God, undoubtedly an elect member, king and high priest, a Maccabee, they were favorably impressed with him. And not for no reason, because of the Most High putting him there. Not because he sucked that place, not because he did it on his own. The same thing with us. The Most High did that. And we don't do it for that type of reward. We do it for the crown, in hopes of the crown that Yahweh Shai will give. But there's not a problem with receiving an earthly reward. But we don't do it for an earthly reward. It's not what we strive for. Keep going.
At the same time, some treacherous Jews.
Treacherous Jews. That's y'all. Treacherous Jews. Read.
who wanted to make trouble for Jonathan.
That's y'all wanted to make trouble. Read.
Made accusations against him.
Some of you guys are saying I took the Lord's name in vain. Asking the Lord to bless somebody is not taking his name in vain. Whether or not the Most High blesses somebody is up to him. But asking for it is not vain. Because if you salute a brother for years and then he falls out the truth and goes back into the world and you say the Most High is going to kill him, then that means that every time you ask the Most High to bless him when you saluted him, you took his name in vain. That's a preposterous ideology. Go ahead.
Some traitorous Jews who wanted to make trouble for Jonathan made accusations against him, but King Alexander paid no attention to them.
He didn't care about what the scoffers had to say. Go ahead.
He gave orders that Jonathan should be given royal robes to wear.
Right, go ahead.
And he honored him by letting him sit at his side.
So Jonathan got honored by the king of Egypt. Sounds like a pretty similar situation. Not saying I'm Jonathan now.
Right.
But just showing you a very similar situation in the Bible that a man of God did, an undoubtedly righteous man was in. And just showing you precedents that y'all can't condemn me for what I did, because men of God in the past have done these same things, and I'm following their holy example. And this is an account I've known about for years, and I've kept in my back pocket just to hit you niggas with when y'all try to do something like this. I've been anticipating this for years. Y'all got such a crab in the barrel mentality. It's sickening, because crabs are abominations to the Most High God.
That's right.
Don't behave like that. Go ahead.
If I may, just how much more Senator who is an Israelite?
Exactly. This is a heathen. Yeah. How much more an Israelite doing? Right. Go ahead.
It says Alexander told his officers to take Jonathan into the center of the city and to announce that no one was to bring charges against him for any reason. And no one was to cause him any kind of trouble. When his accusers saw the honors given to him.
Saw the what?
The honors given to him.
The honors. Again, he was given honors. The same thing that I was, that I didn't anticipate I would receive, that I actually knew nothing about, because this wasn't an award that was voted for or was pre-announced. He literally just gave me one. The category I was nominated for, I just knew I was going to lose. But I was still honored, and that was through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Go ahead.
It says, heard the announcement and saw him clothed in royal robes, they all fled. The king further honored Jonathan.
Further honors. So he honored him in giving him apparel. He honored him in making that announcement in the center of the city. Then he further honored him. Go ahead.
By enrolling him in the first order of the friends of the king, and by making him general and governor of his province. Jonathan returned to Jerusalem pleased and successful.
Damn. And I return home by the grace of the Most High, pleased and successful in these endeavors. And the Soneto Awards was only one of the endeavors that we embarked on this weekend. You ain't talking about the fact that we did 4 camps this weekend. All are on the channel. 4 camps. And the whole thing is, I hate to have to boast of works, because that's not what it's about. But when niggas do this and try to come for your crown, then you got to, just like Paul, we're going to read it a little later. Just like Paul had to do at times, like, bro, like, I know y'all ain't talking, like, nigga was out there putting in work. Friday, we didn't camp till 3 a.m. Got up the next afternoon, did camp in Harlem, then went to the awards. Then after the awards, went to a Times Square and didn't in camp until the sun came up after 5 a.m. through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Niggas ain't get no sleep. Then went home. Got up, went back to camp in Brooklyn, got up the next morning, got the hell on a cramped ass airplane. Niggas ain't had no sleep. Back killing me, body tore up. But it was the greatest weekend of my life because of the brotherhood and the work that we was able to put into the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
That's right. That's
what it's about. It ain't about nothing else. But when niggas try to say that it's about, that I think it's about something else and I'm doing this for something else, nah, nigga, that ain't flying, and I'm calling you out.
That's right.
Go ahead.
This book is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 19. And real quick, this is a scripture that Elder Gabar always brings out to say that the elders are they're worthy of their fame, right? It says, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame.
That's right. So praise and fame is something that men of the Lord will give. And y'all, first off, y'all give the elders double honors in every video.
Yeah.
Is that a problem? But somebody else gets honored. Now it's a problem. Now you niggas is jumping out your skin. That's idiocracy. That's that's just hatred. That's pure hatred, bro. And as we can see, there's biblical precedents and case law showing men getting honored. You see what I'm saying? Now let's go here. 2 Ezra. Read this, Salakia.
This is book of 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 31. It says, "For behold, I sow my law in you.
I sow my law in you, read.
And it shall bring forth, it shall bring fruit in you. And ye shall be honored in it forever."
So the reason why we got this honor, and this is just a minuscule honor in comparison to the honor that we hope to get at the end of this thing, which is being the elect. But through the law that's sown in us through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, it brings forth fruit, and it causes honor because people see the fruit. You know what I mean? Point blank, period. I mean, it's easy, right? Now watch this. Read that 12 and 26 to 27.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 26. "And whether one member suffer, all the members suffer."
Read.
All the members suffer with it. Or one member be honored, all the members rejoice with it.
All the members rejoice with it. And guess what? Keep reading to 27 so we get context.
It says, "Now ye are the body of Hamashiach and members in particular."
So this ain't talking about one camp. This is talking about Israel.
Right.
This is talking about the elect. Talking about the body of Yahushua, right? So if one of the members of the body is honored, all are honored. So when I got that honor, that was an honor for GMS, for all the camps, right? Just like before, ISUBK wasn't there, right? But they got that award, which myself and Lines of Israel anticipated. But SICARRI and Lines of Israel was actually there. So you know what we did? Number one, when the Israelite category, when they announced every camp, including ISUPK, we screamed out, "Kwam YASHARAHLA," we cheered. Then when they won, we screamed, "Kwam YASHARAHLA, Kwam YASHARAHLA," for another camp. Why? Because if one member be honored, all the members rejoice with it. We're following the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua as a part of the body of Hamashiach Yahushua. But y'all have a problem with that. Y'all should rejoice because y'all are honored in that. Period. And then that was even before I got the honor in the damn award. So we was honored multiple times because even Divine was honored. So we are honored multiple times. But guys got a problem. I understand. You guys on?
This book of Philippians chapter 1, verse 18. "What then, notwithstanding every way, whether in pretense or in truth, Christ is preached, and I therein do rejoice, yea, and will rejoice."
You should rejoice because Yahushua is preached. I gave all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All them people in there know what I'm about. So you should rejoice because Yahushua is preached. If you're not, that's a grudge, that's an issue, and that's evil, and that's a murderous spirit that you need to repent from and get up off you, period. Right? Let me keep going. Go ahead, read that number. And then this is for guys mad about the salute. Number one, Sanetta already knew the salute because he salutes Cesaria. He went out of his way to learn it. So then Captain Tazamamov suggested that he should. He said, "How do you say it again?" So I reminded him how to say it, and he said it perfectly. Read.
This book of Numbers, chapter 6, verse 27. "And they shall put my name upon the children of Israel."
That's right. It's a commandment that we put the name of Yahweh on the children of Israel, and which Sanetta is, irregardless of the belief system or ideology that he has. He is a child of Israel of the tribe of Simeon. Period. Read.
"And I will bless them."
And I will bless them. The name, bless them in the name. It's what we did. Why? Because it's the law to do so, because he's an Israelite. Read that.
This book of Matthew chapter 5, verse 47.
And
if ye salute your brethren only,
you salute your brethren. Read.
What do you more than others?
Do
not even the publicans so?
Exactly. Y'all only salute your brother, and that's cool. The publicans do the same thing. You're no better than them.
Huh.
And shout out to Great Millstone, the elder apostles, dudes who've been around, dudes who've been putting the work in. Yashawamba, Ariala, Sayonala out here in Dallas, especially a shout out, who I seen when I first came out here to Dallas, and I got nothing but love and respect for them brothers. And it's funny because dude in Mississippi was like, well, you come around like it's all good, but what about all this stuff you said? Hold on, my dude. Let's be real. Members of Great Millstone told me that my whole family was going to be brutally murdered. Nigga, when did I ever say anything like that about one of y'all? Don't tell me about, oh, man, you gonna come around and act like you ain't say nothing. Dude, y'all done said worse things about me than I ever said about y'all. But I come around in the spirit of forgiveness and not caring. Even when I seen Yashawamba, we made little jokes about stuff that we said about each other on videos. But we in the spirit of Yahushua, bro. We're not trying to fight and kill each other. And, that's why I'm talking especially. That's why I'm leaving brothers that's been around 8, 9, 10 years out of this as long as I've been around or before I came around. Because a lot of brothers who've been around long enough know what time it is and know what's going on. It's you little niggas that's got to get your act right. It's you little niggas that Tahar is talking about. Right? And y'all should have just left me alone. Because I'm not even trying to do this can't be BS right now. You see me, I just went out on a limb defending IUIC, who we've had plenty of back and forth. Because I'm not even on that, bro. We really just out here trying to magnify the gospel through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. But niggas just can't stay in a place. And it's crazy. Like, y'all see what happened. And it's crazy that it happened. It's crazy we got the award, whatever. But it's like we just trying to just do the work, bro. You know what I mean? Like, some nigga, man, oh, this dude somebody came on my comment board and said, look at you using clickbait titles to capitalize and get views off YouTube algorithms. Yeah, dummy, I went to school for it. I know how to do it. Why wouldn't I do it? Yahushua said he sent us 4 fishers of men. If we fishers of men, then what? We need bait in order to catch the fish.
Okay.
And guess what? If we don't catch a fish, we still get blood off our hands the more and more of our people see it. So, of course, we want to get views. We don't want to get views so we can be viewed as cool. We want to get views so we can get the hell out of here, because the more Israelites see it, the more blood is either off the hands or more people wake up. And then guess what? We're out of here. We trying to do the work. And that was instilled to me by the elder apostles of Great Millstone through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And you niggas is mad about it. I don't understand. It don't make sense to me. You got something?
No, I mean, I was just going to say, and that's why I should say, do the work of an evangelist, which is crazy because here you are getting on the brother for going to an award show, but you fail to mention the fact that the brothers were doing the work 4 days and what? 4 times.
4 times in 3 days.
In 3 days. And like the brother was saying earlier, doing the work till the sun rose, doing the work of an evangelist, making full proof of his ministry. So what issue do you have in that? It's just because you have some type of envy and hatred for the brother.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. I can't even it don't even make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stop it. Just do the work. GMS used to always tell me, just do the work. So I just did it. And then I get an award for doing it. And then it's like, oh, that's a problem. I mean, I just did what you told me to do. You know what I mean? And then, this happened. I didn't ask for it. It wasn't my damn idea. You feel me? I didn't suggest that I should be nominated. There was a committee of people that said, and then look, I run into Unc, and I'm like, yo, Unc, I voted for you in your category. And he was like, nigga, you know I suggested that you be nominated. You know I voted for you. You know you my dude. Garfield, you know I suggested you. I was on the committee. You know you family. I didn't ask them to do that. I don't talk to them every day. I mess with them when I see them, but I'm not conversing with them brothers every day. Of course, the brother Divine Prospect as well was a part of nominating him. I'm of course closer with, but the fact remains that I didn't ask for none of that. Brothers did that. And it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And y'all can say what y'all will about Sonetta. It is what it is, but I'm going to tell you like this. Sonetta's done a whole lot for this truth. Granted, what they've tried to do with combating the truth has benefited the truth. It's got the truth out to more people. And it's given us pristine opportunities to prove our faith. through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which I think myself, as well as several other brothers, have done masterfully and have brought in more and more sheep through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Period. I believe that wholeheartedly. And not only do I believe that, I know it because I've seen it. I know the numbers. I've seen the interactions. I've spoke to people. I know what it's done. So the Most High has utilized Sonetta as a vessel to wake people up to this truth. Period. Right? But I'm going to go here real quick. 2 Corinthians 11 to 22. It's the last we're going to talk about. I'm going to jump around. Go ahead, start 22 and 23.
This book is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 22.
Uh-huh.
Are they Hebrews?
Uh-huh.
So am I.
Y'all Hebrews, I'm a Hebrew. Read.
Are they Israelites?
Uh-huh.
So am I.
Y'all Israelites, I'm an Israelite. Read.
Are they the seed of Abraham?
Uh-huh.
So am I.
Go ahead.
Are they ministers of Christ?
Are y'all ministers of Yahushua? Read.
I speak as a fool.
Now I'm going to speak as a fool just like Paul did. Y'all, because y'all talk all this shit, y'all got to give me a second to speak as a fool. Yahweh, forgive me. Go ahead. By Hashem Yahushua. Go ahead.
I am more.
Uh-huh. I am what?
More.
There's some of y'all. Not you guys that's been around. But a lot of you little niggas is talking shit. I am ministers of Christ. I am more. Read.
In labors more abundant.
In labors more abundant. Read. I mean, I've put in more work for this than a lot of you niggas that's talking shit. And your elder would agree with me. Go ahead.
In stripes above measure.
How many fights a lot of you niggas been in about this? I remember we had 3 fights back-to-back weekends. That was early in this. How many fights y'all niggas done been in behind this truth? Go ahead. Nigga, we on World Star in a fight comp behind this. Read.
In prisons more frequent.
How many of you niggas got locked up for this truth? I know some of y'all have, but a lot of y'all that's talking shit have it. How many of y'all niggas got locked up for this truth? How many of you niggas that had a special task force come to your camp and lock you up?
Right.
Because we have. How many of you niggas that had your government name put in the ADL article and a Southern Poverty Law Center article, nigga? How many? Matter of fact, how about this? How about Vocative, a top content creative website that got this? 661,000 people have seen this video that they just made about it. This black supremacist group asks white people in the street to kiss their feet in order. See that? And they're demonizing us. And this is fine because I said, all praise Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is great publicity. I see a recruitment surge behind this video, but also it further demonizes us in the view of society. This is afflictions that we're getting for the gospel's sake, just for simply going to the streets and preaching the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is what we're doing here. See that? What am I doing? I'm preaching the word right there. I'm not looking for vainglory. I'm teaching the Bible as is commanded, man. In the boot kits, we learned the boot kits from Great Millstone. Y'all might not do it nowadays, but damn it, that was a big thing back in the day. That happened. Don't front like it ain't. Tahar had something called Tahar All Bow Down. You walking through Central Park making crackers bow to him. Yep. We learned this from the elder apostles that set that example. And because our brother affiliated in Atlanta, when they were doing Unity Camp with HOI in Atlanta, went viral, 1 million damn views on a video. This video right here is showing now. These crackers done picked it up and made a video demonizing us. You feel me? Straight out demonizing us. So how much of y'all is getting them stripes and prison frequent? Stop that BS. Because we don't act like y'all just like, it's crazy. We really putting in work. We're really about this ministry, bro. That's undeniable. And it's all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, because it's all through his spirit that he sends Bahashim Yahushua. You feel me? That's point blank, period. Read verse 30.
Verse 30. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 30. If I must needs glory, I will glory of the things which concern mine infirmities.
My body tore up from this weekend. No sleep on that block. 3 hours here, 2 hours here, 5, 6 hours here, another 2 hours here. And we glory in that. Read 31.
Verse 31. The God and Father of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, which is blessed forevermore, knoweth that I lie not.
Yahweh know I'm not lying. Y'all better stop playing, man. And repent and get that evil, hateful spirit up off y'all. That shit is satanic, bro. You had another point?
Yes, it's the last point. This
Go
is
ahead.
Proverbs 16:7.
Uh-huh.
When a man's ways please Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
There you go. That's simple. And with that, we're off, y'all. And we're moving on to current events, prophecy. Prophecy, another thing emphasized to us through the Spirit by the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Okay? Prophecy. Damn ad, man. We in New York Times. The title is NATO alliance prepared to push back at Trump, but not too much. So as we see, there's dissension amongst the ranks of NATO, which is a key part of the beast, and it's the Western European power structure, NATO and the European Union, NATO being the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, for those of y'all who are unfamiliar. All right. So let's read this article. Go ahead.
It says Brussels. NATO summit meetings were once ritualistic events with the member nations assembling to proclaim that the alliance had never been stronger and pledging to work together on the security issues of the day.
So as we can see in the thesis paragraph, it's already inferring that NATO is currently not strong, or that the alliance is becoming weakened. They're not working well together, and security issues are not being solved. Give me the statute. There you go. Iron and clay.
Yep.
All praise.
Daniel chapter 2, verse, I'm going to start at verse 20. It's like verse 31.
Thou,
O king, sawest, and behold, a great image.
Mm-hmm.
This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. This image's head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass,
mm-hmm.
his legs of iron, his feet part of iron.
His feet part of iron, read.
And part of clay.
Because it's not iron. It's not that strong. It's partially weak. It's partially putty. And this is what we're seeing unfold now, right? With them 10 toes, which turn into them 10 horns. You know, go ahead.
Thou sawest to that a stone was cut out without hands,
mm-hmm.
which smote the image upon his feet.
Which smote the image upon his feet, meaning that last empire, that empire that's of iron and clay, is the one that Yahushua is going to take over, which is NATO and the EU, the Western European power structure. Go ahead.
Matter of fact, I'm going to jump to verse 41 because this is really the point. It says, and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided.
The kingdom shall what?
Be divided.
Be divided. Go ahead.
But there shall be in it of the strength of the iron,
for
as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with mirrored clay, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron.
It should have some strength, some military strength. Read on.
And part of clay. So the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken.
Partly strong and partly broken. Partly what?
Partly strong and partly broken.
Broken. So this is it being partly broken when we start seeing this dissension amongst the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which elders and brothers who preceded us have been saying for decades would occur. Now we are seeing it play out before our eyes. And the thanks goes to the Most High for setting up the vessel known as DJ Trump to be the driving force in doing such a thing, right? So let's continue. Is that it on that?
Yeah, that's it on that.
Okay, let's continue here.
And also, shout out to Anita and James. Appreciate the donations.
Oh, man, some powerful donations. Hey, all praise Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Barakatham to y'all. Anybody else want to send donations, man, go ahead and send them. We appreciate it for this ministry. Y'all see us traveling. Y'all see us working. We want to do more. And your donations certainly assist in us furthering the gospel, man. So we appreciate that. But go ahead.
It says, in the Trump era, however, they have become anxiety-producing confrontations.
Oh my God, that's broken.
Right, exactly.
It's anxiety. They don't even want to be. They feeling like how Tahar feeling about being around you niggas, man.
Weak niggas, weak nations.
You weak nations, man. Go ahead.
It says, where the main object is to avoid long-term damage to the alliance.
Go ahead. Because damage is being done. It's being broken.
That's right.
Just like them. And it's all praise Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This Bible is so powerful, man. You people who gainsay it, you are Just fools.
Con.
Just absolute fools. The Bible predicted what you read in your headlines today. Literally, we're reading that out of Daniel.
Yeah.
That's 2,700 years ago.
That's right.
We're reading it. Go ahead.
And if I could quote Elder Apostle Tahar, Most High is breaking that thing up.
He's breaking that thing up, man. What is he breaking up? The last beast, man. He's breaking up NATO. He's been breaking up the EU. Why you think I got something called the Brexit?
That's right.
Then it comes the Grexit, possibly.
That's right.
Go ahead.
For the allies, that has meant figuring out how to handle President Trump, who arrives on Tuesday for this year's summit meeting, having already sent letters to some NATO member. So what? Let me just skip to this part.
What?
Because I was reading, you scrolled down.
Oh, Salaki.
Yeah.
I thought you was here already.
No, it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
It says, who arrives on Tuesday for this year's summit meeting, having already sent letters to some NATO member countries, pressuring them to expand their military budgets.
Trump is seeing how stretched his military is, and he wants all the other NATO countries to be as strong militarily as he is, and spending as much money on the military as America is, or the equivalent thereof, and they're either not willing to or they don't have the ability to, which is why it says part is strong as iron, the American army strong as iron, but the rest they clay. Trump is having an issue with that, so he is encouraging, or not even encouraging, he is pressuring these other NATO members to open up that military budget. Go ahead.
It says the allies see the President Trump of 2018 as different from the one who came to NATO last year. More aggressive.
Yeah, and who's making him more aggressive? The Most High God. We did that video, remember, a couple months ago. God is controlling Donald Trump.
That's right. That's
what's happening. He's sending his angels to influence this dude into this war. That's what's going on. Go ahead. Same way he did with Persia of old, who took down ancient Babylon. But go ahead.
It says less willing to be moderated or guided by his senior staff and cabinet secretaries.
He ain't listening to nobody. He don't want to talk.
Right.
Right. Go ahead.
It says more confident, especially after his meeting with the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. He's getting puffed up basically after that.
Yeah, and Kim Jong-un ain't doing nothing but ramping up he getting ready. It's like he went and shook his hand and then went back to the crib and loaded up like it was a peaceful meeting, but they both understood the underlying message between them two was let's go to war.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says in his own diplomatic prowess, they worry about his propensity for off the cuff pronouncements, like calling for abandoning sanctions against Russia or suspending NATO military exercises.
Madness, man. Go ahead.
The allies believe they have a decent story to tell about military initiatives to deter Russia, and they are expected to emphasize the considerable progress they have made in reaching spending targets, increasing spending on equipment, and improving the readiness of their forces. And they have learned from the last year that handling Mr. Trump with kid gloves only seems to prompt his contempt.
Makes sense. Breaking that up. Go ahead.
That being said, the Europeans will still be operating at a disadvantage, analysts say. Quote, they're caught between dependency and outrage, end quote, said John Takau of the German Marshall Fund in Berlin. Quote, outrage means to push back.
Push back. That's that breaking. That's that breaking. Give me that. You got Revelations?
You want
hate the whore.
Yeah. Bernard.
Give me that briefly.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 16. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore.
That's that NATO. They shall hate the whore. Go ahead.
And shall make her desolate.
And shall what?
Make her desolate.
You see that they're going to hate the whore and they're going to turn against the whore and make her desolate. And this is some of the onset signs of that. Right? Go ahead.
Make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
That's because they're outraged, man. That's why they're pushing back. Finish this back in the article.
It says, outrage means to push back. It's a question of dignity, but the strategic dependency is real, so you have to endure it.
But they currently have a strategic dependency upon America. Why? Because America is the whore that rides the beast. Right. She's in control. That's why they're dependent on her. That if the beast would just be wild without direction, if it wasn't for the whore that rode it.
Right.
The rider is what gives. that beast, that discipline. It tells it where to go and what to do. So America is what all the heads and the horns are dependent upon. So it's deterring them from pushing back the way they should, but eventually it's going to occur because it's a part of biblical prophecy.
That's right.
And these are all early signs of that.
That's right.
Continue on.
He says, nevertheless, he favors some pushback against Mr. Trump's expected criticisms. Quote, we need to stick together, and I nominate one of the Europeans to speak in clear terms to Trump. End quote.
Yeah, they need to, because without that whore, that beast is screwed.
That's right.
And even with that whore, that beast is screwed.
That's right.
It's a long article, so I'm gonna skip to the next one. Let's go here. Look at this. These damn devils in Russia. I mean, Germany. Gosh. This is a part of the NATO. I'll give her a damn ad. All right. This is from a couple months ago now, but this is in accordance with his Fair Business Insider. It says giant float of this German carnival didn't hold back in mocking Trump's Russia problem. Got Russia as a bear raping Trump. I don't want to show this bestiality of Esau, such a sick mind, but y'all get the metaphor. Go ahead, read that.
It says a carnival held in the German city of Dusseldorf, or however you say it, disgusting bastard language.
Right.
Played host to an array of eye-catching parade floats, including one attempting to visualize Donald Trump's relationship with Russia. The float, which was paraded through the streets on Monday, showed a naked representation of the U.S. president being mounted by a bear wearing a Russian ushka hat emblazoned with a red star. Is that how you say it? Ushka? Ushanka hat emblazoned with a red star. On the side of the bear was written Russland Affair, which translates to, quote, Russia Affair. Like its English equivalent, affair has a sexual connotation.
He's being screwed.
You want to keep on?
I'm trying to go.
Oh, there's the Brexit right there.
Oh, you see that? Watch it. Hold on. They're poking the fun at a lot of stuff, and all of this is because of how Germany is viewing Trump. So they're having a very unfavorable opinion of him due to what's going on in Russia. So this is all in accordance with, through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the horns hating the whore. All right? Absolutely loathing and hating the whore.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, this is interesting. It says man harasses woman over Puerto Rico t-shirt. So let's get us a listen.
This is what I'm wearing, guys. This is what I'm wearing. Can you please get away from me? Can you please get away from me? Well, first of all, the United States owns Puerto Rico, so we're part of the United States.
We don't own Puerto Rico. Let me tell you something. These redneck, hillbilly, stupid so-called white people.
Right.
That's what's number one. I was surprised that this low IQ bastard even could tell the difference between an American flag and a Puerto Rican flag.
Right.
It's damn near the same. Niggas should have knew that. But it's got a problem with Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, of course, which pre-exists the United States of America. Puerto Rico, of course, that is a Commonwealth possession of the United States of America. The nerve and the pride of this devil to say anything to the sister for wearing a shirt of her country, of a flag given to her by her oppressor, who conquered her and owns her land and didn't do a damn thing for her people in her land when they just got annihilated by that hurricane. Came and shot jumpers with paper towels. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this dude, we don't own Puerto Rico. You redneck, you white people are so dumb.
And also, if I may, it's so funny because if you're born in Puerto Rico, you have U.S. citizenship. So you're talking about this is America. Well, I mean, Puerto Rico's America too.
America, nigga.
So she's being more patriotic than you because she's repping a part of America.
Yeah. What are you repping, devil? You got a shirt made in Honduras on, nigga.
Okay.
I want to know where the protection for Puerto Rico was when it was devastated by a hurricane.
Right.
Where was the protection?
Charmin Ultra Soft.
Yeah, when they were without electricity and without water. Where was the protection, you devil? You guys don't protect anybody. You're rapists.
Right.
Okay.
Well, it's been in talks to be the 51st state for years.
Yep.
Well, what's your point, sir? Because I can.
Yeah, hold on. Because I can. Because she can. Because aren't we in a free country? If they just had the World Cup, United States ain't even in the running. So if somebody's supporting the French team or the Belgian team, which is full of black people, by the way, Brazilian team, the Mexican team, etc., is that's so wrong? They can't do that. The Argentinian team, they can't do that. That's just an insane notion. That would literally mean this country is not free. But I thought that's one of the important ideals that you stood upon as an American, you devil.
Right.
I'm renting this area, and he's harassing me about the shirt that I'm wearing. I did rent it. I have a permit for this. Right, so can you please step away from me, sir?
And then look how aggressive he's being with this. This is madness.
Can you please step away from me?
Look. This is great. Through the Spirit, this is the perfect time to pause. You're not going to change this. You know that. And I'm so happy, and I praise Yahweh Shemel Shah that he's telling the truth right now.
That's right.
And this is something that you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Give me that in Sirach. I need Sirach 12 and 10.
Okay, fine.
Something you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, whom are the Israelites, according to the Bible, are going to have to learn to understand is that you're not going to change them. And you should know that. That's why he's asking that question rhetorically. You do know you can't change us, right? These people are the devil. They are your open enemy, and they hate their guts. There's also a story that recently broke about a white man who procreated with a prominent black model and has twins that are loved everywhere. The McClure twins, I believe. And they have scoured the man's social media and have began to produce evidence that undoubtedly displays the racist ideals that this white man holds. Just because he had sex with that black woman and procreated with her does not make him any less racist. Plenty of slave owners loved black women far more than they loved their white women. Procreated with black women more than they procreated with white women. Spent their nights in beds with black women, or their white women slept lonely. It didn't take away from the fact that they hated black people and looked at them as inferior. Didn't take away from that. And vice versa with white women and black men. We cannot change them because God made them a way to be our enemy. And the sooner we realize that, and the more we come to this realization, the better, and we separate from these devils. We come back to law, statutes, commandments, and faith, and we get delivered. Because that's the only option. That's because right. America wasn't made to be nothing but a prison house for us. Man.
That's right.
Sirach.
With the Sirach to the 12 verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust the white man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Just when iron rusts, read.
Though he humble himself and go crouching,
read.
Yet take good heed and beware of him.
Read on.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
Because when iron rusteth, it's always going to be rusty after it rusts. So the rust of the white man is the hatred. So there's no truly wiping away the rust of racial prejudice and hatred and racism that white people have towards us. Though they try to conceal it, some are more outright with it. And that's why he makes the declarative statement. You're not going to change us. You know that. Read.
It says,
or is that on that?
It says, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped. Yes.
Perfect. You have Ecclesiastes?
Yep.
Go ahead.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 13. Consider the work of God.
Consider the work of God. Because this is what's not being done. What our people are not doing is analyzing the work of God and God being in control of creation and how he has created people. Read.
For who can make that straight which he hath made crooked.
He have made these people, so-called white people, who are truly Edomites, according to the Bible. He has made them crooked. If you can't see this by now, you are blinder than Stevie. And the thing is, I would say Stevie or Ray, but they know the white man is a devil. They know the white man is the enemy, blind, right? This white man is your enemy. He's been made crooked by God. There is no fixing him. It says, who can make them straight? Who the Lord has made crooked. You can't do this rhetorical question because it's a literal impossibility to save the Lord God. So these people are the devil, and we're not going to change them. And we need to realize that and separate from them. Thus saith the Lord. I'm going to continue on in this.
I'm not trying to change anyone. I'm just trying to come here for a birthday party.
There's a problem there. The birthday party. The world is not going to change the United States of America. What he's saying is we're going to keep this white. We're going to keep this racist. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
You should not be worried that in the United States of America.
Okay.
Even,
yes, I am.
of course, I'm Puerto Rican, so Puerto Ricans are U.S. citizens, and Puerto Rico is a Commonwealth of America. You absolute idiot! I wear what the fuck I want to wear.
Can you please
Look at how aggressive. You see this right here? Go ahead up.
And just what's the police officer doing? He's looking the complete opposite direction. But let this have been a sister and doing this in reverse. He'd have probably shot her or tased her. Who knows what he would have done?
Facts.
But it's some dumb decrepit old bastard who's inches away from dying,
Facts.
Moments away from death, and he's just let him do whatever he wants.
Opie, hurry up and die.
I pray the Most High God strike him down where he stands.
That's right.
Away from me? Can you please get away from me? Officer, I feel highly uncomfortable. Can you please grab him? Please, officer.
Look, give me Lamentations 4:17.
Yep.
Please, officer. Black and Hispanic people, the police are not your friends. The police are not there to help you. The police have never had your best interest in mind. Read that.
This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes.
As for us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Negroes, Puerto Rican, Mexicans, Haitians, etc. Go ahead.
Our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
That sister's eye just failed. She's looking for this cracker cop to help her, to save her. And her eyes failed. And this white man continually, aggressively approaches her. And nobody's doing anything to help her. Read. That's why you need to see, when we say separate, stop going to areas where you are the minority and it's a bunch of crackers everywhere. You should love to be around your people. Go ahead.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation.
I just was in Harlem. It was beautiful. Brooklyn, beautiful. Our people everywhere. But what are our people doing now? Watching for a nation. What?
For a nation that could not save us.
You watch for that white man, that Edomite, to save you? He can't save you. I'm out here in Dallas. Our people are everywhere. I live in the black Hispanic neighborhood, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I'm not looking for a white man to come save me.
That's right.
And none of our people should ever look for that, because the white man is not here to save you. He should have raped you. He should have robbed you. And he's here to murder you. And he's here to do nothing else to you. All right? What happened?
You should have taken the award and punched him in the chops.
Punched him in the chops. Does the Bible say, if it not at all possible, live peaceable with all men? Why in the hell would I put hands on a friend of mine, on a brother of mine? That's ridiculous. Our people are crazy.
Why is the word that?
Or U.S. citizens.
As you can see, the police are not even, he's not even grabbing him.
I got really.
Can you please get away from me? 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 Officer, I'm renting.
Wait, where was all that? Keep the same energy when the brother walk up.
Right.
Brother walk up. Yeah, get away. Now the niggas turned down.
Yep.
No, keep the same energy. See, and this is why We have to protect our sisters. This is why, sisters, you need to be around men of your nation that are going to protect you.
That's right.
Because this white man will not hesitate to aggressively approach you and or do violence to you. How many Black and Hispanic and Native Indian women have become rape victims from being around these devils? We need to minimize it. We need to separate. And that don't mean that some of our people ain't messed up either, but you need to be around those righteous of our people, those with sense enough to protect you. You need to have a hedge of protection around you as a precious daughter of Zion, a princess of God. Right? Continuing on.
Hey,
We got some madness or super chat.
Yeah, another Shalom. He said Shalom. This is from JH125. He says Shalom Akim, the water for edifying so many Akim, myself included. Barakatah Alazar, to you and all the Akim of SICARRI through the power of Yahweh Shemiel Shah.
Yahweh, all praise Yahweh Shemiel Shah, Yahweh Shemiel Shah, Barakatah to that brother. We really appreciate the support, man. And we just want to keep feeding the flock, you know. Real quick PSA, we got debates coming up this month. I got Friday I should be doing part 2 with Imam Bashir. Sunday I should be debating a ex-Sereno turned born again Christian brother. And then next Friday it should be part 3 with Imam Bashir. And I also potentially will be discussing, I got to hit the brother back up and negotiate terms, but discussing polygyny with brother from the ISOC camp, continuing the initial conversation that was opened up by Deacon Hakan, some of the members of that camp. So y'all look out for these. We're going to be Lord willing live. The Imam Bashir base will be live on ITBM2, the official channel on YouTube. The rest will be live here on YouTube.com/SICARRI, Lord willing. So all praise Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. We just want to pump this edification train out, man, and keep it going. Like Yahweh Shai said, if you love me, feed my sheep. That's all we trying to do out of love of Hamashiach wa Abanawa. All right, but I'll finish this video out.
A permit for this area. I do not feel comfortable with him here. Is there anything you can do?
Hey, we're not going to sit around and be like you. Hey, don't you dare walk over here, okay?
Okay, well, how come you're saying something when he's going up, but when he was coming up to me, you didn't do anything?
You see that? When the Puerto Rican man aggressively approaches this white man who is coming up in an aggressive manner towards his sister, then the police involves himself. But the white man can physically impose himself towards that sister at any moment without fear of repercussion. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Let's never forget that.
To tell me I'm not a citizen because I'm wearing a Puerto Rico shirt. That's literally what this is all about. Okay. Yes, I am a citizen.
And this is what's going on. DJ Trump is emboldening these devils. We've seen it since his election. We've seen it since his campaign. And a primary target of these, of course, blacks and Hispanics, but Hispanics in particular have been singled out a lot of this. And y'all gotta wake up. We all, blacks, Hispanics, and Natives, gotta wake, and Native Americans gotta wake up and come back to the truth, the laws, statutes, commandments, and faith in Yahweh Shai. It's a must. It has to be done. Or else things like this are going to continue to happen. But when we have our dominion, this devil will never be bold enough to even look at a daughter of Zion.
That's right. And
that's a beautiful day that we all seek for. All right. Next story. Get this homosexual off the screen. Look, let me tell you something, man. You got two Levites here. What we're looking at on this screen is just, it's poetic. It's so prophetic. It's so poetic. It's poetry in motion. This is just in our spirit, man. Haiti unrest leaves U.S. missionaries stranded. Basically what's going on in Haiti is you got the gas prices went up. So Levi, we know how to get things done. Went and burnt the white man's hotel down. That's how you get it done. You go right to where the white man is, you burn it down.
Right.
Then you get your demands met, right? So then the government meets the demands, lowers the gas prices. Levi say, you know what? we still riding. We still burning this shit down. Why? Because to hell with the white man.
That's right.
That's the spirit. What a lot of people don't know is, Salakia. What a lot of people don't know is, people know that infamous saying, "Sapase nabule, sapase nabule," and people, a lot of people don't understand what that is about. Brother did a beautiful breakdown on Facebook. I want to share it. I want to share this breakdown, man. Brother Levi Gillis of the UKOIC camp out there in the DMV area. I should have went into this too. There's so much stories going on.
Is that far back?
Yeah, no, it's just this whole weekend has been so much pictures getting tagged and shares that. Look, this is just, I'm just on Friday right now. You feel me? So it's just, this was a lot posted this weekend through the spirit.
Just while the brother is scrolling through, make sure you subscribe to SICARRI main page, Public Enemies, Water, WATR. You know what I mean? Get on Patreon if you can.
Yeah, hit the Patreon. Hit the Patreon up if y'all can. We just actually dropped a Patreon exclusive from this past weekend in San Diego with the Deacon and a Marine. So go ahead. You know, we got the different tiers to access the videos, the $15 tier. So we appreciate your pledges. Again, all of this goes to support the ministry through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, enables us to go different places. Next month, we got the summit in Detroit, summit number 11, Lord willing, August 9th to the 12th out there in Detroit. So pull up if y'all in the area, if y'all can make it, you know, things like that. Is it this one or the other one? He did two of them. Yeah, right here. Brother Levi Gillis, UKOIC. He said a huge misnomer within the Haitian community is saying sapase, which is what's going on. Nabule means we're burning, right? That's why you got the group, the black Illuminati, the boule means burnt. Nabule means we're burning, right? So when you hear Haitians say sapase nabule, it means what's going on, we're burning. And there's a reason for that. And he's going to break it down further. He said the phrase comes from the Haitian Revolution and has been shortened through the years. The actual saying is sac passe was what's going on in Nabule K means we're burning houses. The saying was popularized during the Haitian Revolution because Haitians were burning down the homes of French. So we were burning Mass's house down. So we've carried that on in our spirit so much that even how we greet each other and how we identify one another is by talking about how we burn in Mass's house down. Whereas you got Judah, Master house on fire, my house on fire. We burning Master house down. That's our thing. But you know, we got to help little brother Judah out. But that's the whole point. So this is just going to show the testimony of how we operate as a tribe is by doing this through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's what he gave us. And even the Maccabee, I want to see real quick, and we could find because the Maccabees was burning shit down too. I want to see something. There was an account. I'm gonna try to find it real quick. So like it, y'all. I can't find it.
I can try to find it. You want to just look at it?
I'm looking now. I've got a pretty Salakia. Damn. Yeah, I can't find it. I thought I had it. Salakia. Yeah, I can't find it. So Salakia. Wait. Okay, go to let me look. I'm gonna try to pull it up real quick. First Maccabees 967. They're gonna be here in the next chapter. Okay, no, not this one.
The 5th chapter.
That ain't it.
Burn the sea with fire, burn the towers round about. No, this I know what you want right here.
What?
5 and 68.
Read it.
This is it's First Maccabees 5 and 68. So Judas turned to Azotus in the land of the Philistines, and when he had pulled down their altars and burned their carved images with fire and spoiled their cities, he returned into the land of Judea.
Yeah, exactly. Burn it down with fire. That's what we do. That goes back. We see that in the revolution. We see that now today. That's our spirit that the Most High bestowed upon us as the tribe of Levi, and through the prophecy of Deuteronomy 33 and 11, he granted us success in doing these things. Right. I want to say it talks about it here too. See. Let me see. Yeah, right here. But Jonathan said, "Fire on Azotus and the cities round about it, and take their spoils, and the temple of Dagon with them were fled into it, and he burned with fire. Thus that were burned and slain with the sword, well nigh 8,000 men." That's how we get down in spirit, probably. We've seen it in the scriptures. We see it in the revolt. We see it now. That's how we know we're the Levites. People can deny the chart all they want, but the spirit beareth witness pursuant to Romans 8 and 16.
That's right.
That we are whom we are. We are the tribe of Levi, right? So with that, let's open up for some Q&A. Let's open up for some Q&A. I'm gonna pull it. Let's
Yeah. Also, Akim, just a quick reminder: it's 7-Eleven. Go ahead and get you the.
Go get you a free Slurpee.
Yeah.
Get you your free Slurpee. You feel me? Go bring in your big mug. Fill that up. Get your kids something. You know what I mean? Definitely think I'm gonna go get my daughter one. But yeah, so what's going on? Yes, FOP, of course. Any questions though, shoot them. Shoot your questions through the spirit of probably out by Shemiah Shah. If you have an answer, we're gonna give education. If not, hand over the mouth. Y'all know what it is. Bring your questions. Again, appreciate all the super chats. Real easy to give a super chat to if you was wondering. I gave my first one like a couple weeks ago. I didn't know how I was gonna go, and it's pretty easy. Just put in your card information. So again, anybody else wants to, if not, of course, it's all good. We appreciate any and everything that any brother or sister finds it within their heart, the Most High puts on their spirit to do. man. Yo, man, what's up with these questions? 82 of y'all watching. I know it's questions on the floor. Y'all don't hurry up. I'm signing the hell off. Y'all can hear that. I'm tired. I'm awarded. So we receiving awards now. Yeah, somebody gave us an award. Sun up to sundown Sabbath or new moon Sabbath. The Sabbath is number one, sundown to sundown, even to even. And we follow it pursuant to the new moon. How do I reason with a brother trying to take my life? Please give me the advice on this. How do you reason with somebody trying to kill you? I'll be quite frank with you, brother. I don't see reasoning with somebody. Give me that. It's in the apocrypha that shall not be satisfied with blood. I got a KJV Bible. Is there a difference between that? Well, the 1611 KJV is a little bit of an older English version. You don't see Y's and things like that in there. The apocrypha is also included in the 1611. Most versions of it. The regular KJV, not necessarily, but the translation is the same. A heathen did not give us an award. Our brother gave us an award. There was no heathens in that building whatsoever. It was only so-called blacks and Hispanics in the building. You have what I need? Go ahead, read that.
Psalm 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
Right, go ahead.
He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
He will not be satisfied with blood. So what is it to be satisfied with blood or not being satisfied with blood? He gonna want to kill you anyway. Ain't no reason with him. Somebody says it's a sin to pimp a heathen. Yes, it is. Ephesians 5:5. For this ye know that no whoremonger. What's a whoremonger? One that mongers whores. What do you do by mongering whores? Selling them, pimping, or even pimping or prostituting yourself. Nor unclean person, nor covetous man who is an idolater hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Hamashiach and of the Most High. So no, you cannot pimp anybody. Are we living in times of Jacob's trouble? I mean, to a degree, but it's going to definitely ramp up. It's going to ramp up for real. This is lightweight. Is it a sin to cuss? No. These was righteous men, according to the standard of the Bible. No. I'll break down Sirach 23, 14 and 15. Go ahead, read that.
Sirach 23, 14. Remember thy father and thy mother when thou sittest among great men. Be not forgetful before them, and so thou by thy custom become a fool, and wish that thou hast not been born, and curse the day of thy nativity. The man that is accustomed to opprobrious words will never be reformed all the days of his life.
Give me that word opprobrious. Spell that for me.
It's OPPROBRIOUS.
Abusive.
The man that is accustomed to abusive words.
Derogatory, disparaging, pejorative. What does it say? Hold on, verse 14. When I father and our mother, when I said someone great men, be not forgetful for them.
Listen to them when the same way you listen to your parents, isn't it the same?
Basically, mind your manners, be in pocket. Remember who raised you and how you were raised. You know, stuff that black people tell each other all the time. Brother, sell your custom garments as merchandise. We don't sell garments. We don't have clothing for sale, but we affiliate. Certain brothers we're affiliated with do. I'll plug Hebrew Israelite Clothing Co. Facebook or Instagram. Check Hebrew Israelite Clothing Co. out. They don't got garments for sale though, but as far as shirts go, yes, we're supposed to keep the Day of Atonement. You want to know Day of Atonement? Go to our website, Exodus1715.org. It's in the description. You can get our calendar, our holy day. Are we supposed to keep the day of Can we appreciate it? At least you were honest, champ. Don't agree with the chart y'all teaching, but there is other precepts I wrong with our states out Israel. You remember when studying the KJV without apocrypha? No, study the whole Bible, bro. Study all 80 books with the apocrypha. I think the apocrypha gets neglected sometimes. There's a lot of powerful information in there. Do y'all have an East Coast chapter of SICARRI to join? We have brothers currently in New Jersey, and Philadelphia, and Virginia, and as well as Toronto at this moment, and also Cleveland. So email us. Go to our website, exodus1715.org, hit our contact form, and let us know where you at, and we'll set you up. Southern tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, but there I hear is northern tribes that equal 13 tribes. No, Joseph is one tribe. So Joseph got so big that they were counted as 2 tribes, and Dan got so small that they got overlooked. But they're not 13 tribes. Joseph is one tribe. Ephraim and Manasseh is one tribe. So that's why the 10 tribe thing is, because Ephraim and Manasseh are being counted as 2 different tribes when really it's 9. Which one of the appropriate word? Exactly, Shathar Ayathan, the half tribe of Manasseh. No, it's not bad to hope for the Lord to come back. We all hope for it. I mean, it's gonna happen, and it's the natural reaction to seeing the way things are in the world, honestly.
That's what I should say, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of God.
You see that? We're supposed to be looking for and hasting, but we also have to be careful, because balance it out and make sure that we're right, so when that day comes, we're worthy of the salvation that Yahushua is going to give the elect by the power God granted to him by the Father Yahweh. Shalom, brothers, were the Mayan Israelites. Yeah, the Mayans were the tribe of Zebulun. The tribe of Zebulun. You got Zebulun, you got Issachar down there. Well, that's what I just said. I just gave you the balance. What does being over righteous consist of? I mean, it depends. It's situational. It's case sensitive. You're gonna have to hit Deacon up about Demetrius, because I don't handle that. That's deaconsicari.com for the head wraps of Demetrius. I don't handle that. I'm a customer the same as you, brother. So I'm waiting for a new stock always, so I get a new color, match with a new shirt. What I consider son of a Gentile, yeah, he's like an Israelite in a Gentile state of mind. Yes. Yeah, I mean, people can be over righteous in hypocritical situations. That's where we see it most often. We didn't run from the opprobrious word. We went into it. We looked up the definition, and we spoke about it. So what are you talking about? 14, lots of oops, quote this verse. Lots of ops, rather, Salakia. Quote this verse, that the blessing of Abraham might come to the Gentiles through Yahushua Mashiach. We might receive this promise. Oh, that's where it says the heathen.
Just by the heathen through faith?
Yeah, which the word for heathen there is the same as Gentile. So it's just talking about Israelite foreigners still. How do you feel about pictures up in the house and rap music? I don't feel no way about pictures up in the house and rap music. I got pictures in my house, and all I listen to is rap music. And some Haitian music as well.
Yeah.
Some good Mano Charlemagne as well. But mostly rap music. I always thought you were from the tribe of Ephraim, but now I see you are Levi. Yeah, kind of. I done got Ephraim, Issachar, Gad. I remember the first time I came, the first camp I went to, I thought I was a Gadite. But it's all right. In the world, people get offended and stuff like that. But me, if you was taking me for another tribe, hey, I ain't got no problem with that. As long as I'm a tribe of Israel.
Right.
Now, you won't call me a damn Ishmaelite or a Japhite. Nigga, I got a problem.
That's right. I got confused for a Japhite once. I wanted
to hurt someone. Listen, I was in the world, you confused me for a Japhite. I wanted to fight you. They never confused me for an Ishmaelite in the world. I ain't have a beard in the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not until I got a beard, now I'm an Ishmaelite all of a sudden and shit. But, people confuse me for even different tribes in the world. Always used to get Ephraim, especially, was the main thing that people always thought I was. It's not no big deal. Shout out to my Ephraimites. Just rocking with my brother, Amath Pagai, Chief Ephraim, Silly Dub. You know, so shout out to my Ephraimites, Kwam, all of Yasharahla.
Right.
Kwam, call Yasharahla. Thank you, sir. How can one support your camp? Listen, you can support the camp. You can leave the super chat here on this chat, donate through your debit card, or you can hit one of the links in the description, our GoFundMe or our Cash App or our Patreon and pledge to that for monthly donations. You know, whatever you want to do, those are ways. And even just not doing that, just watching the videos, liking it, subscribing, sharing it. You support not only the camp, but ultimately the Most High and the ministry. So those are all different ways you can support. No, did not read the definition and apply the scriptures. You said, mind your manners, but it's deeper than that. Well, stop Esau. If you feel as if we're giving an inadequate breakdown, enlighten us. Maybe there's something that I'm missing, brother. You trying to force me to say something like I know something and I'm purposely concealing it. Brother, break it down for me. Maybe like I'm a student as much as I'm a teacher. So teach me. The Gray Man. Y'all seen the first purge yet? Requiring viewing for all Akim. Yeah, I intend to, Lord willing, see it. And also they're getting ready to do a purge series on USA, 10 episodes that start in September. So look out for that. I was just seeing the commercial for that earlier, but I was with like I was just mentioning, Chief Ephraim, Amath Pagai from AOC. I was just with him on Sunday, and he had just came from seeing it when he came and met us for that Brooklyn camp, and he was telling me about it. So it's definitely something I intend to, Lord willing, see soon. Yeah, man. Kells is Kells being crazy. The Pied Piper being crazy. Hey, Shalom MASHARAH, man, what's good? I see you rocking on the late night through the spirit. Y'all tune in late, man. When we wrap up, start this bad boy back over. Catch the beginning. Trying to go in through the spirit and power. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Shalom Daniel. Can you give a brief breakdown about the confusion of faces? Confusion. The scripture that references confusion of faces has nothing to do with Israelites looking and appearing like heathens. That is a very common misconception. It has nothing to do with that. Not saying that Israelites won't look like heathens, but the scripture in regards to confusion of faces has absolutely nothing to do with it. It really just means shame is on Israel. That's all it means. God. But I remember I heard one brother say, look, it's shameful to look like a heathen. Yeah. So, hey, if you break it down like that, I could take it. But confusion of faces in and of itself does not pertain exclusively or directly to Israelites looking like heathens. All right. Search in Google, these Jews are not Jews, but devils incarnate. Yeah. Martin Luther. Yeah. I'm familiar with that information. Hey, my pops, man, Shalom. All my brothers, watchmen for Israel out there and be more. Look, my pops, I was just at the Sonnet Awards. I met with Taharka Bay. He's really trying to get me to be more, man. So Most High willing, get out there and link up soon. Is there a whole Bible study out? What you mean, Anita? There you go, Jedediah. Powerful and a spiritual brother.
That's right.
The water, all praises. Oh. Y'all know a tranny told me I'm not the seed of Israel. They're transsexual. Said I'm not the seed of Israel. Madness, man. Madness. Wow, wake up to the news. Dead Edomite found in Yellow Creek. All praises, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Read Brown and tongue something Israel needs to learn because my son listens with me and some of the words used are inappropriate for his young ears. Opprobrious words. I wouldn't say that opprobrious words are quote unquote cuss words. I would say that's a reach. But not saying that Israel shouldn't bridle their tongue. I was a little loose lip tonight. I really work on trying not to be like that. I am kind of tired though, and that certainly played a factor. Like, what does she mean though? A study guide? That's what I'm trying to understand. I understand that she means the volume of the book, but I mean, like, what does she mean a study guide on the volume of the book? Shalom, man. All right, man. Not looking like y'all got questions, man. So I'm tired as hell. Getting ready to wrap this up, Lord, when we be back at y'all again. I'm back at y'all again later this week. We're gonna give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And say shalom.
Shalom.